In 1971, on a dusty street in Pretoria, South Africa, walks a quiet boy with blonde hair and blue eyes, staring beyond the horizon. His family was considered wealthy, his father owned an emerald mine, but Elon Musk's fortune was never about money. It was about ideas. Bullied at school, ignored by peers, young Elon found refuge in books and imagination. By age 12, he had taught himself how to code and sold a video game called Blaster for $500. That was his first transaction with the future. At 19, he left South Africa with nothing but a Canadian passport and a winter jacket. No contacts. No safety net. Just dreams. He washed dishes, slept in shared rooms, and studied physics and economics. His professors saw a restless intellect. But academia was too slow. So he dropped out of Stanford after just 2 days and ran straight toward Silicon Valley. There, in a cramped office with a sleeping bag and a computer, Elon and his brother Kimball built Zip2, an online city guide. Investors laughed, saying maps belonged on paper. But Elon coded the internet into directions. 4 years later, Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million. Elon walked away with $22 million in his pocket, and a hunger that wasn't satisfied. He put $12 million into his next venture, X.com, an online bank. It merged with Confinity to become PayPal. But once again, he was ousted from the company he helped build. While he was on vacation, the board voted him out. Yet when PayPal sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, Musk earned $180 million. Lesson learned: don't just build the ship, own the ocean it sails on. Now the real game began. He invested $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and $10 million into SolarCity. He left himself barely enough to rent an apartment. At Tesla, when production halted and bankruptcy loomed, he slept on the factory floor. When rockets exploded, he burned his last dollar on one final launch, and that rocket made orbit. SpaceX was born from fire and failure. Tesla went on to become the world's most valuable automaker. SpaceX won NASA contracts and landed rockets vertically, something no one else had done. But for Musk, the point wasn't just success. It was control. He launched Starlink, blanketing Earth with thousands of satellites. With the Boring Company, he dug tunnels under cities. With SolarCity, he turned rooftops into power plants. Bit by bit, Elon wasn't just building companies, he was laying the groundwork for a new civilization. Then came Twitter. In 2022, he bought the platform for $44 billion and renamed it X. Critics laughed. But Musk didn't want a social app. He wanted a financial platform, a news engine, a data mine, and a global microphone, all in one. He wasn't playing for attention. He was building influence. Along the way, he became the world's richest person. But that title wasn't enough. He warned about AI, then built XAI. He made Dogecoin rise with a single tweet. He defied the SEC, paid the fines, and tweeted louder. Markets moved with his mood. Algorithms followed his sarcasm. Through it all, people questioned him: is he a genius? Or a manipulator? A visionary? Or a disruptor? The answer may be all of the above. Because no matter how much wealth he accumulates, Elon Musk is still that same boy from South Africa, just with satellites instead of books, and rockets instead of dreams. And now, in the quiet of night, we see him reflected in a mirror. On one side stands the boy, hand on the glass. On the other, the man. Their eyes meet, not with nostalgia, but with unfinished ambition. For Elon Musk, money was never the end game. Curiosity was. And power was just a tool to keep imagining louder. He got rich not by chasing money, but by chasing impossible ideas. He turned risk into currency, failure into momentum, and doubt into drive. The richest man alive didn't just bet on the future. He built it. And the story? It's far from over. Because the next chapter might not even happen on this planet.